now. Live, this is 8 News Now. Good day.
We voted and we won, and we did all of this together.
I will deliver by fighting for every family, every Nevadan, every day. And when I say every Nevadan, I mean it.
I just want to thank the people from Nevada, for all the help and support that they've given me over the years. It has been an honor to serve Nevada in the United States Senate.
The blue wave swept over our state with some surprising results.
Democrats will have control of the House in Washington. Republicans, though, extended their majority in the U.S. Senate. It is just after 5 o'clock on a Wednesday morning. Thanks for joining us on Good Day. I'm John Langler.
I'm Kirsten Joyce. We continue our election coverage with the latest results across our state as well as nationwide.
Nia Wong is live with a look at voter turnout and how it actually delayed results getting in here in Nevada. But we're going to start with Orko Manna with the latest on the state Senate and District 3 races. Orko, good morning to you.
John, good morning. These congressional races were extremely important for both parties here in Nevada, with Republicans trying to maintain control of both houses of Congress and Democrats trying to shake up the balance of power in Washington. All eyes were on the U.S. Senate race between Republican incumbent Dean Heller and his Democratic challenger Jackie Rosen. This was a very heated campaign for both sides, with Heller and Rosen pretty much neck and neck up until election night. In the end, it was the freshman congresswoman that unseated the current senator. Jackie Rosen won with 50% of the vote. Dean Heller came in at 45%. Now, we need to point out that with this graphic and all our election graphics, the numbers are correct, even though we are not getting the proper precinct percentage reports from the Secretary of State's office. Now, this race was focused on experience and being able to work across party lines. That's something Rosen touched on during her victory speech.
I will never forget where I came from, and I will always put Nevada first. I will work each and every day to represent all the people of our state, to provide first-class constituent services, and to find common ground with anyone in the Senate who has an idea that benefits Nevada.
Dean Heller was the only Republican senator in the nation up for re-election in a state where President Trump lost. He had not lost an election in 30 years, but that changed last night. Although he was disappointed by the outcome, Heller offered to help Rosen in her new role.
So to her, congratulations, the best of luck. She's my senator, and if there's anything that I can do to help her in this transition, myself and my staff are willing to do so.
Moving on to the other congressional races here in Nevada, the battle over District 3 was also hotly contested. Democrat Susie Lee came out on top with 51% of the vote, and Republican Danny Tarkanian coming in at 43%. This was the seat previously held by Jackie Rosen. Lee spoke a lot about the unity she saw on the campaign trail, especially among families, women, and young people.
The one thing that's impressed me the most on the campaign trail has been that the power we have when we come together and we organize and we stand up and demand the things that we want this world to be.
This was Danny Tarkanian's 7th political loss. He and his wife Amy say they ran a great campaign with solid grassroots support, but they also called the negative advertising during the past few months as disgusting and called attacks against Tarkanian lies.
And unfortunately, when next time people complain about the representation of Washington, D.C. and why they're disgusted with them, they should ask themselves, if you're going to vote for somebody who lies to you, you're going to expect them to be liars to you when you're in Washington, D.C.
Please, there is no room for the voters to complain when you're going to put a liar into office. It is your fault.
There were 3 other congressional races last night, including in the 4th District. Democrat Stephen Horsford won against Republican Crescent Hardy. They had both previously been members of Congress, but were not re-elected. Next, we have the results from District 1. No surprises here. Democratic incumbent Dina Titus won re-election with a good chunk, 66% of the vote, against Republican challenger Joyce Bentley. And for District 2, again, no surprises here. Republican incumbent Mark Amodi beat out Democratic Clint Noble with an 18-point lead. So just to recap, all the congressional seats up for election in Nevada, except for one, went to Democrats, and you could really feel the excitement at the Democratic headquarters last night. Back to you.
Thank you, Orko.
Well, moving on now to the state Senate in District 8. Democrat Marilyn Dondero Loop wins with 52% of the vote over her race with Valerie Weber.
In District 9, Melanie Scheibel with 56% of the vote. And in District 10, still too close to call between Keith Pickard and Julie Pazina.
And now to the highly contested governor's race. And there you can see Clark County Commissioner, the chairman, Steve Sisolak, wins with 49% of the vote. Republican Attorney General Adam Laxalt came up short with 46% of the vote.
People from every corner of the state stood up and turned out to say, it's time to bring people together. It's time to prioritize our schools, our jobs, and our health care. It's time to stop the petty politics and get things done.
I don't have to tell you how difficult this is. I know that it's every bit as difficult for a lot of you who have worked very hard this year. That's because this was all of our campaign, not just my campaign. And I know that doesn't really alleviate the sense of loss for all of us that work so hard.
Democrats made gains in the Nevada legislature as well, picking up at least one seat in the Senate for a 12-8 lead. The race in Senate District 20 right now, too close to call. That does lean to the Democrats, however, right now. And
a similar bump for Democrats in the state assembly. They picked up at least 2 seats, pushing their majority to 27-13. 2 races are within a point, but Democrats lead both of those right now. Now to Dennis Hoff, the Nye County brothel owner and reality TV star who passed away last month. He easily won his race in Assembly District 36, which means that county commissioners will now meet to approve another local Republican to fill that seat.
7 minutes past 5, more political coverage now. Voter turnout was huge for a midterm election.
So many went to the polls. Results were delayed by hours. People in Washoe County still voting well past 7 p.m. last night. Nia Wong is live where the Clark County ballots were counted. Nia.
Kirsten, John, workers here will still be counting those absentee ballots, but once all is said and done, nearly 1 million people will have voted in Nevada. That's going to be nearly double the amount for the 2014 midterms and just shy under the totals for the 2016 presidential election. The turnout was so high that voting in some northern Nevada counties stretched more than 2 hours after polls closed. In southern Nevada, officials say they had the most voters forever for a midterm election, but say they planned for that with a system that they say worked well, and not a single eligible voter was turned away.
We've implemented some new systems and we've worked hard to provide more access for all voters in Clark County. So the fact that we had a good turnout is very good news for us.
Gloria says after the election is wrapped up, his team will debrief and see if there's anything they can do to improve for the next time around. Voter turnout was just high across the entire country. The New York Times reports nearly 114 million votes were cast in the House races. That's an increase of more than 37% from 4 years ago. Reporting live, Nia Wong, 8 News Now.
Thank you, Nia. 8 News Now is your local election headquarters, on air and online at LasVegasNow.com.
9 minutes past 5 on your Wednesday morning, and really a nice morning outside. Still dark outside, of course, but it should be pretty nice once you get out the door this morning, go to work, go to school.
Yeah,
back to school today.
But tomorrow's going to be chilly, and no, there is no school today.
Yeah.
In the
is that
public.
true?
Yeah,
Yes.
some.
I apologize.
That's, private schools stayed in session because no schools were used for voting centers. I tell you guys, what I loved about yesterday was the voting centers app that you could use to find wait times. Now, sometimes the wait times were missing when I was pulling the app up on deciding where to go vote. I don't know if you used it or not, but it's a cool tool that Clark County government actually put up there to let us all go vote wherever we want to find the shortest wait times. So that worked out really well. I like that. It's one of the coolest changes that we've made here in Clark County. 52 degrees. It's a little coolish out there, but just wait, like Kirsten said, until this cold front blows through tonight and early tomorrow morning. 25% humidity, not much in the way of wind. Yesterday was beautiful. What a great election day, mid-70s. Now we're cooling off to a mix of low 50s and some upper 40s. We're going to have a lot of 40s and 30s starting tomorrow night and right through the weekend. We're also going to have to deal with a lot of wind. Today, no wind, just a lot of sunshine and nice mild 70s again for your afternoon enjoy. 5:10, let's get to the road. Say good morning to Nate. How's that commute moving along?
So far, so good, Sherry. Good morning, and we're checking in with the day after the election. As we've been talking about, Clark County schools are on parent-teacher conference day today, so not as many cars on the road. But getting started here, there were lane restrictions from Project Neon. They have been lifted. We are looking at more and more cars getting onto the roadway on Rancho heading for the 95. Some periodic slowing on the I-15 in and out of the interchange, but right now showing green on the traffic map. John, Kirsten.
Thanks, Nate.
10 minutes past 5. Next on 8 News Now, two groups you wouldn't expect to see against each other in court.
Yeah, the Girl Scouts taking on the Boy Scouts. The confusion behind the litigation as well.
Plus, are you looking for a gift? Want to give something to your special someone? Well, the Clark County Coroner's Office may have what you're looking for. We'll take you to their shop next.
Only on 8 News Now. You're watching the Valley's news leader with Kirsten Joyce, John Langler, Sherry Swinsk, and Nate Tannenbaum. This is 8 News Now. Good day.
It is time now for Puppy Pigskin Picks, and look at this lover today with dear Max from the Animal Foundation. You've got a big gal on your hands today, Max.
Yeah, this is Laguna, pushing 60 pounds.
Tell us about Laguna.
5 years old, been there since September 29th.
Aww.
Good with other dogs.
Okay.
She prefers calm dogs, but she'll get along with anything.
Okay.
Great with kids, and
yeah,
all around just a loving dog, and it's a great home.
All right, Laguna. Let's see who Laguna's going to pick. You know she likes the treats.
Seahawks or Rams? Ready?
Seahawks or Rams? Okay, Laguna. Yeah, Seattle Seahawks is where it's at. She knows what's going down. Thank you, Max. Thank you, Laguna. If you would like to adopt Laguna, her adoption fee $50. Just contact the Animal Foundation at 702-384-3333. Well, next time you're searching for a unique gift, hey, think about the Clark County Coroner's Office.
I know where I'm getting your Christmas gift this year. There is a gift shop at the Coroner's Office. They just don't really advertise it that much. Hector Mejia live at the Coroner's Office with some of the details about where the profits they make goes. Hey, Hector.
Hey there, good morning. The gift shop here is something people know about mostly through word of mouth, and the proceeds go to the Coroner Employee Wellness Fund, which is a new nonprofit created by staff members themselves just a few weeks ago. The Vegas Coroner Gift Shop has been around since 2004, but not very many people know about it. It is inside the coroner's office after all, and they don't advertise it much out of respect for families. You can find conversation starters like a Jawbone business card holder made out of plastic and t-shirts and coins commemorating the 1 October shooting. The mission of their new nonprofit is to fund physical and mental health wellness programs for staff members who work here at the coroner's office.
Well, as you would imagine, first responders or any first responder type of agency experience very horrific things every day. And as you would also imagine, the people in our office experience them nearly every hour.
Trauma yoga and trauma meditation are just some of the wellness programs they have, and those who wish to contribute to the Coroner's Office Employee Wellness Fund, they can donate or check out the gift shop. They prefer people to place their orders online, and we have posted a link on our website, LasVegasNow.com, in the links mentioned tab. Later on this hour, we'll explain just how much revenue they generate, which the Coroner's Office here says isn't very much. Reporting live near downtown, Hector Mejia, 8 News Now.
All right, thank you, Hector.
It is 17 minutes past 5. Here's Sherry with the weather. Hey, Sherry.
Hey there, everybody. Let's see if we can keep that trend going of beautiful weather like we had yesterday for Election Day. 6:09 is the sunrise, and we will have a nice sunny start to the day and a clear finish with that sun setting by 4:30. And it gets dark, you know, oh, so early now. 40s and 50s around the valley this morning. Temperatures are going to drop 10 to 15 degrees for morning lows after that cold front sweeps in from the north tonight and tomorrow. We'll still keep a little wind. The weekend looks like the mornings are going to be the coldest. 13 up in Ely. It's going to get colder than that? Oh yeah, I'm afraid so. 52 in Mesquite, 42 in Pahrump, mid-40s in Boulder City this morning. So we'll stay very mild, but look at the snow. It keeps getting closer and closer to Salt Lake City, heading over to Denver and even into the Central Plains, and more of it is heading into the Dakotas today. We have a wind advisory that's been issued for the lake and along the river over into Southeast California, and that starts early tomorrow morning at 4 a.m. and goes all the way until midday on Friday. We're looking at 40 to 50 mile-an-hour winds in those areas as that cold front passes through and behind it tomorrow into early Friday. 75, another beautiful day for the valley. 61 up on the mountain, and again, the winds don't really start until tomorrow. Look at the drop in temps. Daytime highs will drop to the mid-60s, and those morning lows, yeah, we're talking 40s and 30s. Could see the first freeze of the season in outlying areas, rural areas like Pahrump. So just really watch that. Cover your plants, bring in the pets. Veterans Day will definitely be cool, but sunny. Let's get to Nate on the roads this morning.
Sherry, getting you out on the way before 5:30. We've got literally nothing going on. There were some lane restrictions from Project Neon during the overnight hours southbound on the I-15. You see some of the cones. You're still restricted to one lane if you're taking that single lane exit ramp from the South 95 to join in on the South 15. But the through lanes are moving along in really good shape. Even looking up ahead to the exits to Sahara and Charleston, the new Sahara off-ramp is doing just fine. To the traffic maps we go. We got a lot of green out there with the exception of Rancho in both directions. between the 95 and up around Lake Mead. A few more cars on the roadway there, but that is moving along okay. In and out of the Spaghetti Bowl, we have seen some occasional periods of slowing where the South 15, you have to hit the brakes at Washington, but so far we're looking all clean and green there. We'll continue to keep an eye on this. Here's a quick traffic tip for you. That Alta remains closed, make that MLK remains closed between Alta and Charleston as a result of some Project Neon work. John, Kirsten.
All right, thanks, Nate. The Girl Scouts have filed a lawsuit against the Boy Scouts.
I'll tell you what the girls claim the boys are doing that's becoming confusing.
And the holiday season, of course, all about giving. Top charities you can help out this year.
The 8 News Now I-Team.
Who else has been taking your prescriptions? Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind your meds. To learn how we can help, visit the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids at drugfree.org.
Get up to $1,000 credit on select models now during the Season of Audi sales event.
Being hurt in a car wreck can make the bottom fall out of your life. Missed work and mounting medical bills can cause you to lose everything. Don't let a car wreck ruin your life. I'm attorney Glenn Lerner. Call 24/7 for a free consultation.
Call 877-150-. We're here with Chuck, founder of Dollar Loan Center. So Chuck, how do you best explain to everyone the difference between DLC and the typical payday loan companies you see everywhere?
Our locations are more like a hip bank. You walk in, it's a beautiful atmosphere, it's really comfortable, and our staff is the best. They're going to help you fill out a real short application and get you out of there in less than 30 minutes with your cash. That's what you're really looking for. And the best part, it's going to cost you less than half of what a typical payday loan company charges.
Get up to $5,000 in just minutes at Dollar Loan Center.
You could give your people Culligan water for $30 per month.
At your neighborhood Smith's, you'll find the freshest produce yet, priced right. Plus everything else you need to celebrate the season deliciously. That's how you holiday. Same day pickup. That's how you holiday.
Nobody gets your carpet, tile, or hardwood as clean and healthy as Stanley Steamer.
Now get 2 rooms of tile cleaned for just $99.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
And an idea was born. Right now at Lee's Discount Liquor, when you buy a select bottle of wine, you'll get a second bottle for only 1 penny, with over 250 wines to choose from. Kenny's Penny Days, going on now at Lee's Discount Liquor.
Those who give their best deserve the best. The Season of Audi sales event is here.
You're watching 8 News Now. Good day.
The Girl Scouts are suing the Boy Scouts.
Yeah, I know. And it's time, of course, to give back during the holiday season. Diane King-Hall joins us live on Wall Street. Hi, Diane.
Good morning, Kirsten and John. Well, investors are starting to weigh the results of the midterm elections and how the results could affect trade, economic, and security policy. Stock futures are higher this morning, and stocks closed higher yesterday. The Dow rallied 173 points. The Nasdaq gained 47. The number of jobs in the U.S. exceeded the number of unemployed Americans in September. The Labor Department says job openings fell 4% to roughly 7 million, but remain near a two-decade high. It is estimated there are just under 6 million unemployed Americans. Meanwhile, the quits rate, which measures those who left their jobs voluntarily and is seen as a sign of worker confidence, held steady. And the Girl Scouts are suing the Boy Scouts. They claim a rebranding effort by the Boy Scouts to call themselves just the Scouts is causing confusion. You'll recall the Boy Scouts dropped the gender distinction from its program for 11 to 17-year-olds earlier this year. John and Kirsten?
That's a strange one, eh?
It is. Now, we understand
So
that Wallet...
weird. I know.
Yeah,
I don't even know.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, tell us a little bit more about how Wallet Hub is out with the newest ranking of best charities for holiday giving. People like to know, okay, where's my money really going to go to? And you've got a breakdown for us, Diane.
Yeah, so it ranked several, well, actually, it reviewed a ton of charities. Topping the list this year is the Rotary Foundation of Rotary International, which focuses on human services. It was followed by Veteran Support Foundation, the Fisher House, and the nonprofit Prevent Child Abuse America. And those are just the top three. Now, Wallet Hub ranked causes based on which will put your donation to the best use, looking at financial performance and transparency, for instance. John and Kirsten.
Oh, good. That's something to refer to.
Always important to give back, especially during the holidays, if you can. It's just
absolutely.
Charity if you can. Thanks, Diane. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Thank you, Diane.
All right. Thank you. Sounds good.
Of course, we're going to continue our coverage of the latest results from the midterm elections.
We'll break down which questions passed on the November. It is the November ballot. It's also the Nevada ballot. Top races in the state. This is 8 News Now.
There's an intersection in this town connecting sordid stories of political corruption and criminal cover-ups. It's where truth meets consequences. Exposing these dark secrets requires a very bright light. It's what makes 8 News Now the Valley's news leader.
Snap-on dentures will change your life. And at Smiles Today Dental, we now offer the lowest price in town. Mini dental implants can stabilize your loose dentures permanently. Call Smiles Today Dental for a free consultation.
Free credit reports and 24/7 credit alerts with your One Nevada account.
You know when you're at Ross and you find a deal on cookware that makes you say, yes. Oh yeah, bring on the holidays. That's yes for less. Everything you need to prep, cook, and serve up the season. It feels even better when you find it for less. At Ross, yes for less.
Factory Direct. Hot Tub Liquidators Fall Clearance Swim Spa and Hot Tub Show. Nevada's largest spa spectacular. Over 100 on display. Save thousands on premium spas. New and used spas from $28.80. Swim spas from $10,880. Hot tub for the holidays. HotTubLiquidators.com.
This is your time to thrive, to shine, and to live better than ever. Finding healthcare that fits is how it happens. At Southwest Medical, part of OptumCare, we listen to you and create a care plan that's as unique as you are. Now's your chance to try it on. Medicare annual enrollment ends December 7th. We proudly accept United Healthcare Medicare Focus HMO, United Healthcare AARP Medicare Complete HMO, and Anthem MediBlue HMO. So find a plan that's just your style, because healthy looks good on you.
Average ACL surgery could cost you $25,000 if you're uninsured. At that rate, you can't afford not to have health insurance. Now's the time to find a qualified health plan. Over 80% of enrollees qualify for financial assistance with their monthly premiums. Nevada HealthLink, connecting you to health insurance.
Lee's Discount Liquor. Now proud to be an official partner of the Vegas Golden Knights. Both Vegas born and Vegas strong.
You know when you're at Ross and you realize you are the hostess with the mostest?
Yes.
Yeah, that's yes for less. Entertain in style all season long. It feels even better when you find it for less. At Ross, yes for less.
Get your new debit card instantly at One Nevada.
Snap-on dentures will change your life. And at Smiles Today Dental, we now offer the lowest price in town. Mini dental implants can stabilize your loose dentures permanently. Call Smiles Today Dental for a free consultation.
This portion of 8 News Now is sponsored by Go Auto low-cost car insurance. Now, live, this is 8 News Now. Good day.
I will deliver by fighting for every family, every Nevadan, every day. And when I say every Nevadan, I mean it.
We've restored hope that tomorrow America will be better than today.
The power of a blue wave has swept over Nevada. Red seats turning to the other party.
In Washington, D.C., the Democrats will have control of the House. Republicans extend their majority in the Senate. Thank you for waking up with us. I'm Kirsten Joyce.
I'm John Langler. We're going to continue our election coverage with the latest results here in Nevada and also nationwide.
Reporter Orko Manna is here in studio with the latest on the governor's race.
Well, Kirsten and John, it's no doubt the race for Nevada governor was an important one to watch last night, and history was made. Our state will have its first Democratic governor in nearly 20 years. Clark County Commissioner Steve Sisolak defeated Attorney General Adam Laxalt. We need to point out that with this graphic that you're hopefully about to see and all our election graphics, there it is, the numbers are correct, even though we are not getting the proper precinct percentage reports from the Secretary of State's office. During his victory speech, Sisolak said he will work to bring together the people of Nevada and talked a lot about the importance of unity.
We won't be divided by partisan politics in Washington. We will not be divided by North versus South, rural or urban. We will be one Nevada working together, and that starts right now.
Adam Laxalt was obviously not happy with the result, especially with how close recent polling numbers showed the two candidates to be. Despite the loss, he was happy with the way his campaign team worked together.
We went right to work from day one, and we took absolutely nothing for granted. We worked hard, recruiting volunteers and supporters like you all. We built the largest grassroots army the state has ever seen, and we could be proud of that.
Again, with Sisolak's victory, Nevada will have its first Democratic governor in 20 years. Sisolak has said his top priority will be improving the state's education system. Back to you.
Orko, thank you. Nationally, Republicans had a good night in the Senate, but not in Nevada. Dean Heller, the only incumbent Republican senator to lose, falling to Democratic Congresswoman Jackie Rosen.
He did thank Rosen for a hard-fought race and vowed to help her transition. Rosen said she will fight for a $15 minimum wage, more gun control, and against cuts to Medicare and Social Security. She noted Nevada helped make history for women.
This is a historic night for us, because now Nevada joins to be the 5th state with 2 women senators.
Democrats now hold both of Nevada's U.S. Senate seats, along with 3 of 4 congressional districts. Last night, Democrat Susie Lee, Democrat Stephen Horsford, and Democrat Dina Titus all won their races.
Now to the battle over Congressional District 3. This is Jackie Rosen's old seat. Democrat Susie Lee came out on top with 52% of the vote. Republican Danny Tarkanian, 43%. As I mentioned, the seat previously held by Ms. Rosen. Lee spoke a lot about the unity she saw on the campaign trail during her victory speech.
The one thing that's impressed me the most on the campaign trail has been that the power we have when we come together and we organize and we stand up and demand the things that we want this world to be.
When next time people complain about the representation of Washington, D.C. and why they're disgusted with them, they should ask themselves, if you're going to vote for somebody who lies to you, you're going to expect them to be liars to you when you're in Washington, D.C.
Please, there is no room for the voters to complain when you're going to put a liar into office. It is your fault.
This was Danny Tarkanian's 7th political loss. He and his wife Amy, who you just heard from there, said they ran a great campaign with solid grassroots support. But they also called the negative advertising during the past few months disgusting and called attacks against Tarkanian lies. Now to the ballot measures decided last night. We start with question 1. This, known as Marsy's Law, creates new constitutional rights for crime victims in Nevada, and it passed with 61% of the vote to 39% of the vote. Question 2 is the pink tax. It would make feminine hygiene products exempt from state and local sales taxes, and that also passed with 56% majority.
Question 3, the Energy Choice Initiative had more money spent on it than any ballot initiative in state history, but voters made their voices heard. No, 67%, overwhelming. That was 280,000 who voted for it, but many more who voted against it. And the Medical Patient Tax Relief Act, question 4, would exclude oxygen tanks and mobility devices from state-imposed sales tax. That passed with a 67% voter majority.
Question 5, the Motor Voter Initiative at the DMV, allowing people to register to vote at the DMV. And as you can see, that passed with 60% of the vote.
And ballot question 6 would amend the state constitution to make the renewable energy portfolio stand 50% by the year 2030, passing with 53%.
One Clark County School Board race of note. You can see embattled trustee incumbent Kevin Child has been accused of harassment, lost by a wide margin to political newcomer Irene Cepeda. Despite the blue wave here in Nevada, though, it wasn't really like that nationwide.
There were some historic firsts at the polls. However, 2 Native American women will be the first to take a seat in the House. Democrat Sharice Davids, elected in Kansas. She is also the first LGBT candidate to represent that state. And in New Mexico, Democrat Deb Haaland will fill a vacant congressional seat for her state. In Colorado, Democrat Jared Polis elected as the state's next governor. He is the first openly gay male candidate to win a governorship. He has served in the House of Representatives since 2009.
A tight race for the Senate in Texas, but it will stay in GOP hands. Republican incumbent Ted Cruz fended off challenger Beto O'Rourke in a race that brought out voters in droves. In this midterm election, more people voted than the total number of votes cast in the last midterm election. California voters say it's time to stop resetting clocks twice a year. They overwhelmingly approved a measure to keep daylight saving time year-round. Still needs support, though, from 2/3 of the state legislature.
And more states giving the green light to marijuana. Michigan became the 10th state and the first in the Midwest to legalize marijuana for recreational pot sales. A similar measure failed in North Dakota. Utah became the 33rd state to approve medical marijuana, thanks in part to the LDS Church dropping its opposition late in the campaign. 8 News Now is your local election headquarters, on air and online at LasVegasNow.com.
Busy night last night.
Oh, yes.
Busy night. We'll be
goodness
covering it all throughout the morning and through today as well. A lot of repercussions from what happened last night. But now it's time to talk about the weather with Sherry Swensk.
Yeah, it was. And I couldn't take my eyes off the national coverage last night, too. It was just so interesting. Such a heated midterm election all around the country. All right, so we warmed up to mid-70s yesterday. It was a beautiful election day Tuesday in the desert Southwest, just as we expected. The winds were light, the air was mild, and temperatures were perfect. Hopefully you had no trouble getting out and about, and wait times were short for you wherever you voted. We've got low 50s, some 40s around the valley this morning. I vote that we have this kind of weather for the rest of the year, but unfortunately, I'm not going to win. Yeah, we've got a cold front on the way that's going to march through tonight and early tomorrow. Now, I know that CCSD is still out of school because it's a teacher day. You know, they've got to do all their homework and stuff and meetings, but the private schools are still in session, so there are kids that still have to get the backpack and the lunches ready. We will look for temperatures to get back into some very nice 70s with sunshine today. So 5:38, let's get to the roads. Maybe the commute will be lighter. We'll check in with Nate, but it looks like there may be an issue on the highway.
Yes, and this is a potentially kind of a tough one. This is southbound I-15 before Sahara, a crash in the left lane. And you see it's all slow going by there, even though it's only that left lane and shoulder that are taken up. But it is causing a lot of slowing so far only in the immediate area, but the backups growing towards Charleston may end up affecting the Spaghetti Bowl if they don't get that cleared out. So once again, southbound I-15 before Sahara, stay out of the left lane, stay to the right. Otherwise, I-15 into the Spaghetti Bowl is getting crowded. In and out of Rancho on the 95, that's also crowded. Those lanes are all open. We'll keep you posted on that southbound I-15 crash. John, Kirsten.
Thank you, Nate. Well, the Clark County Coroner's Office has a unique shop that many don't necessarily know about.
Usually don't put those two words together there. How money raised from the shop at the Coroner's Office is helping the staff there.
In some places around the valley, getting ready for the holidays. Oh yeah, this is beautiful. We'll have another look at the Cactus Garden for you.
And before we go to break, a live look at the studios at CBS. CBS this morning getting your top stories ready. Of course, a complete recap of the election results nationwide. That comes up right after 8 News Now Good Day on the Valley's News Leader.
The 7-day forecast on 8 News Now is sponsored by Dollar Loan Center.
At Cracker Barrel, we're cooking up warm feelings of home this season with our new Country Fried Turkey. It's a brand new take on a festive favorite, hand-breaded and fried till crispy and topped with holiday herb gravy. It's only at Cracker Barrel, so come on home for the holidays.
Sometimes the pressures of today's world can make it tough to take care of yourself, but Nature's Bounty has innovative ways to help you maintain balance and help keep you active and well-rested. Because hey, tomorrow's coming up fast. Nature's Bounty, because you're better off healthy.
What are your thoughts on attorney Paul Powell?
Paul Powell?
Save yourself!
Mr. More lawyer, less fee.
I get more money for my clients. I know he would take us to trial if we don't pay him.
Of course we pay him. We're not crazy. I mean...
Paul Powell!
He scares the pants off us.
I let them keep their pants, just not their money. If you've been in an accident, call me. Paul Powell, more lawyer, less fee.
Cox has all my entertainment in one place. Using the Contour voice remote with direct access to Netflix, I can easily navigate my kingdom. Just say, The Crown.
Take the Cox Challenge. Get a better bundle with Contour TV, voice remote, and up to 100 megs internet. Just $89.99 a month. Now with easy access to Netflix without switching remotes.
I think it's clear who holds the crown for entertainment. Go online and take the Cox Challenge today.
The all-new 3-row Subaru Ascent. Room for up to 8 passengers. Choice of second-row captain's chairs or bench seating. Standard EyeSight driver assist technology. Coming from Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. Love is now bigger than ever. Test drive the all-new 2019 Subaru Ascent and experience stress-free buying, non-commissioned sales, and complimentary maintenance included.
We're here with Chuck, founder of Dollar Loan Center. What's this debt treadmill I hear about all the time?
It basically means you keep paying interest over and over and your principal never goes down.
So my loan would never get paid off in that situation?
Exactly. We make sure you pay a little principal with every payment you make at Dollar Loan Center. It's called a fully amortized installment loan. If you pay it off quick, great. But if you need more time to pay it off, even a year or so, at least you're paid in full at the end because you were chipping away at the principal on every payment.
Like it should be. Thanks, Chuck.
Traffic Now is sponsored by Ed Bernstein and Associates. Enough said, call Ed. You're watching the Valley's News Leader with Kirsten Joyce, John Langler, Sherry Swensk, and Nate Tannenbaum. This is 8 News Now. Good day.
The FLM Chocolate Factory is officially ready for the holidays. Last night, the Cactus Garden was lit for the season. Matt Goss, the Coronado High School, Madrigals, and Penn and Teller were in attendance. The garden is over 3 acres, has more than 1 million holiday lights. Sherry got to follow them around, the volunteers, 1 year, and all the pricks on their fingers, right, Sherry?
Yes. Same, Master Gardener that's been doing the garden for years. And it's all LED. They've been converting the garden to LED lights. And so that's that brilliant color. Not only is it magical, but then it just glows so much brighter because of the LED. It's just beautiful. And they've just been adding and adding and adding. Yeah, they go through dozens and dozens of pairs of gloves that just get torn up as they, have to wrap all that barrel cactus and all that prickly stuff.
So beautiful.
It is so pretty.
Is this weekend the weekend to start getting the holiday decorations out, start doing the lawn, the whole thing? Is this kind of the time?
It depends if you want to start that early.
Yeah.
There are people out there who do.
Well, I don't know. I have to wait until the turkey leftovers are done after Thanksgiving to get in the mood. But, it's a lot of work, so a lot of people want to get the most bang for their buck, I guess, if you will, with the holiday decorations. I would certainly wait until the winds calm down, and those are coming tomorrow, and they will last right into the early weekend for especially along the river. So in those areas, you've got some gusty winds that you're going to have to get through. Very calm this morning, beautiful early light, so pretty out there. Here's what is coming our way. Much cooler changes. That cold front pushes through tonight, generally between midnight and 4 a.m. while most of us are sleeping. Most of us, well, we'll be sleeping a little bit of that, but we'll be on the air by 4, and I'll be letting you know just how strong those winds are when you wake up tomorrow morning. They'll be 15 to 30 miles an hour during the day, stronger out at the lake and along the river tomorrow, and then cooler temps in the 60s for daytime highs. The mornings are going to drop to the chilly 30s and 40s. So you might want to change those filters. Get your heater ready if you haven't turned it on yet for the season. A lot of people haven't, just been enjoying the nice cool house without having to run the AC. We've got, speaking of cool, first real snowstorm of the season coming for parts of the Great Lakes as well as the Midwest. That's all gathering. Still some snow in the Rockies, but we're looking at big rains yesterday that passed through the East Coast up into Washington, D.C. You got to have rain clouds and sunshine to make rainbows. And they had those in the nation's capital yesterday. Look at the rainbow just shining behind the Capitol. It was just absolutely beautiful yesterday, and then made for a gorgeous sunset with the clouds around as well. The color in the sky, really, really pretty. I was happy that we were able to capture those images. Just really pretty on election evening to have that gorgeous sunset. All right, windy, gusty north winds. Tomorrow now, early in the morning is when those winds really start cranking before most folks are out of bed. 4 a.m. until midday on Friday. Wind advisory out at the lake along the river into southeast California. Temperatures today still super mild, 70s and 80s. Really beautiful. Barstow at 80, Palm Springs at 87, Phoenix 82, and we'll look for highs in those nice mild mid 70s. Things will change though in the 7-day forecast. I'll have that coming up in a few minutes. Nate, anything changing on the roads?
Well, we still have this crash southbound I-15, and it is not really a deal breaker, but it's something that's for sure slowing folks down. It is in the left shoulder, left lane area, but you see the slowing. It opens up after that, but the backups, they are already towards the Spaghetti Bowl, so plan on some delays through there. Once again, the crash is southbound 15 before Sahara, but check out the backups. Yeah, as we take a look at the crash scene, the backups are before the Spaghetti Bowl, so you're hitting the brakes before Washington. Normally, you're getting more and more folks on the roadway at this time anyway, but you add in a crash and it's going to cause additional slowing. It's affecting the ramp from the south 95 to the south 15, also affecting the ramp from the north 95 flyover to the south 15. Checking out the rest of the freeway system. We'll keep an eye on it for you throughout the morning, but so far we're just seeing kind of some hit and miss slowing on Rancho between the 95 and up towards the upper end of the northwest section, and some slowing on the northern 215 beltway where that build out continues. John, Kirsten.
Thank you, Nate. North Las Vegas police releasing the identity of one of the suspects involved in the deadly shooting of an 11-year-old girl.
Yes, Angelina Urives was shot and killed in her own home. 17-year-old Aaron Hines, you see on your screen, faces 5 murder charges. He'll be in court later this morning for a felony arraignment. Investigators say a silver 2007 Nissan Altima pulled up to Angelina's home near Low C and Centennial Parkway and started shooting inside. Angelina was shot and killed while she did her homework. A 19-year-old suspect was also shot by a neighbor. He died on Saturday. Police believe the suspects targeted the wrong house and the shooting may be gang-related. Anyone with information can call Crime Stoppers. 5:48 right now. The Clark County Coroner's Office. You know, that's not the typical place you'd have a gift shop, but there is one there.
Yeah, it operates a nonprofit. Proceeds go to its employee wellness fund. We have Hector Mejia joining us live with more. Hi, Hector.
Hey there, not a lot of people know about it, so the coroner's office says they don't generate much revenue from their gift shop. He says that they average under $5,000 a year from the gift shop they have inside, and they do have items there, but they encourage people to place their orders online. Things like a Jawbone business card holder made out of plastic, as well as t-shirts and coins commemorating the 1 October shooting. It's mainly first responders and employees who know about the little shop, but as the holidays approach, it's one more place to think about for gift ideas. The proceeds go to the Corner Employee Wellness Fund, a new nonprofit staff members created themselves just a few weeks ago.
But we have trauma yoga and trauma meditation here in our office, and that's part of our wellness program. We're looking at possibly doing incentives for people to stay healthy. Other government agencies across the country I've seen have incentives for employees to possibly lose weight or to participate in a stress reduction activity or even do an annual checkup.
The Clark County coroner said staff members there are exposed to seeing horrific deaths nearly every hour. So those physical and mental wellness programs are vital for them, and they encourage the public to go through their website. We've placed a link on LasVegasNow.com in the links mentioned tab. Reporting live near downtown, Hector Mejia, 8 News Now.
All right, thank you so much, Hector. Sherry says we've got some changes in store, folks. Temps overnight in the 40s.
Sherry's back with your 7-day forecast, and Nate's keeping an eye on that jam up near the spaghetti bowl coming up in just a few seconds.
And here's a look inside our control room. Good morning. Woo! Look at them all doing the wave.
People will do anything for donuts. You're watching 8 News Now.
588-4800.
You're watching 8 News Now. Good day.
Oh, I love this time of day. Look at that early light. It's just reflecting off the beautiful hotel properties on the Strip. Winds are light, temps are cool. We've got 52 in the middle of town, but also some valley neighborhoods are dropping to the 40s. Temperatures not as cool as they're going to be to finish the week. This is going to be our last really mild day. Highs in the mid 70s. That sunrise officially at 6:09. It'll take a couple of extra minutes. Sunset at 4:39, and that sun's gone before 4:30. We're going to drop temps 10 plus degrees between today and tomorrow. 61 up on the mountain with light winds. Get your hiking in, get your biking in, because once those north winds hit tomorrow, it's going to be tough to be outdoors. We're looking at 15, 25, 30 to 40 and 50-mile-an-hour winds out at the lake and along the river come Thursday with a wind advisory. Highs will drop to the 60s. Overnight lows that haven't been this chilly since March. That's 7 months we haven't been this cool. Veterans Day looks sunny and nice, but cool in the mid-60s. Let's get to the roads. Things have really heated up on the highways.
They sure have, Sherry. Southbound I-15 coming through the Spaghetti Bowl. You got a problem up ahead. This is before Sahara. A crash blocking the left lane. It really shouldn't be affecting traffic as much as it is, but there's slowdowns here. It opens up a little bit afterwards, but look at the backups. In addition to so many additional cars on the road, anyways, we come up on 6 a.m. You're going to see this kind of a deal, but once again, this crash southbound I-15 before Sahara blocking the left lane, and those backups now before Washington. It is kind of a stop-and-go brake-like parade through there. That's also affecting the ramps onto the South 15 from both the South 95 and the North 95. Fortunately, that is the worst of the traffic situation so far. We'll keep you posted throughout the next hour of Good Day. John, Kirsten.
Thank you, Nate. Coming up at 6 a.m., we continue our coverage of the midterm elections.
That's right. We're going to break down the races, the history that was made nationally and here in Nevada as well. You're watching 8 News Now. Good Day. This is the Valley's news leader.